Alright, welcome back everybody. So coming back with a pretty quick and easy Goblin Caves. This, like I say pretty often, this is my favorite spawn. I like Goblin Town. I just think it's safe, pretty easy to fight around and also find loot. So I guess the danger to value ratio is pretty high. This clip started a bit late, but I found that horseman's axe, and that is from the treehouse. That's what I call like the area up by the ore that leads into that room. This over here, a lot of good loot. And then at this time, I'm still running what I've been calling a mini boss set. Typically, going into the Goblin Caves, people aren't terribly geared. Every once in a while, there'll be a couple of zero to hero kind of runs. Come in with nothing, just run until you lose and profit all the way. But given that I don't have a party to play with, I just run my best stuff whenever I have a full set, because I believe that bringing in a lot of gear is effectively buying insurance to make it out. Whenever you step in the dungeon, everything you have is no longer yours. It's just your turn to have it right now. And if you get to keep it, that's profit. So the second you're in my opinion, the goal isn't necessarily to make a lot of gold. It's just to retain what you have. And so I'm completely loaded up. Everything is purple and blues, I think. Maybe a green somewhere. But by bringing all this stuff in, typically this room here is a bit of a death sentence. The skeletal champion is just really difficult to kill with gear. And so, by being able to beat him, lets me open the dungeon. Plus, the skeletal champion is my damage reduction is probably in the range of 80%, 70 to 80%. On top of just, you know, really big stats. So very stacked, very solid. Also, according to the clip, I did kill, I just saw this, in the kill feed, I did kill a player. That must have happened before I started recording, because I think I started this recording a bit late. But, I'd like to thank Pokemon for dying for my video. It's a little bit late, but thank you anyway, I appreciate it. In the Goblin Caves, I also find typically, well, good example, I find typically that there's really good loot in the barrels. The purple item, and it's actually a pretty solid one. I didn't see all the stats, but it looked pretty solid. Purple's really good in the first place. A whole lot of time left here to loot this area, but I would really like to have gotten into that chest. Now, that's the first escape portal, and I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just heard that portal. 9 players are gone now. So, by my count, I should be the last one in the dungeon. So my chance of escaping is basically guaranteed. Typically, I watch the videos and then do the voiceover. This time, I'm actually going in blind. Because I saw this video was pretty short, but unfortunately it doesn't look like I'm going back for that lion's head chest. I don't like to risk it and die in something stupid. My gear is very stacked, so if I come across a player, the chance of me winning that encounter very high. Any mob in this dungeon isn't too dangerous to me. Except for the skeletal champions, everything else can't really hurt me too bad. Except if I don't find an escape portal or just something silly happens, that's pretty bad. And a bit of a spoiler, I suppose, but I have a video of that happening. I don't know which video it is. It was a little bit later in the playtest. but it still hurt that it was the swarm of all things that got me. And it was a good set of gear, too. So, there's my out. And, I think I pick up a little bit more loot. And I know that I'm pretty safe in this area, but even still. These beetles have some of the best loot in the entire dungeon. Now that the, what's it do here? Oh, did I take it? I dropped the axe. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on here, but since I won't be needing too much of my stuff, it's probably the best call. Just rearrange real quick. And I think at this time I go and take my leave. But a pretty easy run. No PvP. The PVE to me is fun enough. Even if this game is single player, I would still think it's great. And here I am just being a little bit greedy, but I'm not. It's not a big deal. And it does not look like I find anything. I don't know that I find anything interesting here. So I'm just gonna make this. But that's the run. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed some Goblin PVE.